November 9th, 1966, apparently Paul McCartney got into a car accident after having an argument with the other Beatles, where he died. And in order to not upset any fans, they decided to replace him with a lookalike called Billy Shears or William Campbell Shears, some sort of variation on that name. This rumor would continue to circulate for about 3 years. In 67, a rumor went around that Paul McCartney died in a car accident, which was addressed often once they were promoting this album as being false. But of course, no one took that seriously. And the Beatles often used backmasking to record a message backwards that is supposed to be played forward. But people were analyzing their lyrics for hidden meanings. In 68, the White Album came out, where people do the same for this album, where it falls into the hands of this guy, and he's convinced that him and the Beatles are on the same page. He has a cult, and they commit a bunch of murders, and that's in the summer of 69. In September, this album's released, but the theory of Paul being dead has reached college campuses, is published in newspapers, even making it to radio stations who are talking about the supposed theory. And they're even being convinced and playing on air the Beatles albums backwards to hear for secret clues. On the White Album, you can hear "Turn Me On, Dead Man." Or how Paul McCartney's facing backwards, that's a signal that he's actually dead. The Beatles are in process of disbanding, but in October 1969, the rumor reaches its peak. This guy and his cult are arrested for the murders they caused. As a result of all the rumors going on about Paul, it caused Abbey Road to be a very financially successful Beatles album because everyone was invested into looking into these clues and what. In November, Paul McCartney has this interview where the title says, "Paul is still with us." And this whole situation has long been analyzed as to why people kind of held on to this belief, and many attribute it to the chaotic times of the late 60s. It became a joke that people invested in very stressful times.